So how Lionel Messi and Argentina finally found the right formula to win a trophy together? When watching Argentina play, it's impossible to miss exuberant head coach Lionel Scaloni. He's constantly pacing the coach's box, throwing his arms in the air after a questionable challenge on any of his players, and when Argentina scores, he celebrates like a man possessed. But behind him on Argentina's bench is someone who tends to go unnoticed, yet whose influence on the squad and most importantly on Lionel Messi is immeasurable. While Scaloni is ranting at the referee and shouting instruction to his player, his assistant Pablo Aimar sits quietly in the background studying the flow of the game. It's long been known that Aimar, the former River Plate, Valencia and Argentina national team star, was Messi's childhood idol and a massive influence on his game. Today, Aimar is a pensive and calming authority on the touchline for the newly crowned Copa America champions. This is an important role for an Argentina team that is not traditionally synonymous with harmony. Disappointment, ego, and federation corruption have punctured each Argentina camp over the last decade. Messi in particular has had to contend with the instability and the weight of expectation as Argentina's heir to World Cup winner Diego Maradona. Before Scaloni, Messi played for 8 different managers over 13 years with the national team. In that time, he reached a World Cup final in 2014 and 2 consecutive Copa America finals in 2015 and 2016, losing all 3 matches. Scaloni, a former coach of Argentina's under-20 team, replaced the enigmatic Jorge Sampaoli after Argentina crashed out of 2018 World Cup in the round of 16 to eventual champions France. Immediately following the disappointment, Scaloni, who served as one of Sampaoli's chief assistant, was named caretaker of the senior team. He then added Argentina under-17 head coach Aimar to his staff. Aimar still holds the top job with the under-17 team, leading them to a South American championship in 2017. The current Argentina staff also includes former national stalwart Roberto Ayala, a long-time captain who, along with Aimar, led Valencia to the top of La Liga and to the cusp of European glory in the early 2000s. And Walter Samuel, who for years epitomized the throwback, hard-nosed archetype of a central defender, winning the treble with Inter Milan under Jose Mourinho. Along with goalkeeping coach Martin Tocali, there are 223 international caps among Scaloni's 4 assistants. However, they are mostly just beginning their career as head coaches. Cesar Luis Menotti, who coached Argentina to 1978 World Cup title, is currently national team sporting director. He believes that the combination of playing experience and innate knowledge of the game outweighs the current coaching curriculum weighted. He said, "It's not just Scaloni. They are young and they have a serious willingness to work. They don't sell smoke because they are full of ideas." As a player, Aimar was an attacking number 10 who has said that he was heavily influenced by the aggressive and physically demanding style of Marcelo Bielsa, as well as the practical and easygoing approach of former Argentina and Colombia manager Jose Pekerman, 2 of his old coaches at the international level. Scaloni is also a former pupil of Pekerman. Jose Pekerman instilled in us that football was a game based on common sense and peace, Aimar told Coach's Voice in April. I remember one day when Jose came before the Under-20 World Cup in Malaysia in 1997. He had won the tournament in 1995 and he reassured us. "Don't worry," he said. "We are going to do well." Today, several of us from the team get together and realize we play well in part thanks to Jose's peace of mind. "Just play and create a nice memory," he said. What I admire most about Scaloni is the calm with which he has taken his place, how well he handles it, his communication and the rapport he has with the players. Sometimes in football you have a feeling, and the feeling in the 2 years that Scaloni has been in the Argentina job, a along with Walter Samuel and Roberto Ayala, is positive. That sense of calm and positivity in the team was evident throughout Argentina's Copa America run, especially with Messi. Playing for his country has long seemed like a burden for him, as some of his hardest critics have been the fans and pundits in Argentina. After the constant upheaval and losing those 3 finals, he even retired from international football for a time. "I've done all I can. It hurts not to be a champion," he said in his retirement statement. "It was the thing I wanted the most, but I couldn't get it, so I think it's over." I think there's a lot of people who want this, who obviously are not satisfied, as we are not satisfied reaching a final and not winning it. But during this tournament, he seemed at peace, amidst a jovial atmosphere that included his teammates celebrating his 34th birthday, which happened to arrive while he was away from his family during the tournament. A key factor to the atmosphere in any team is how they are playing on the pitch though. And for Argentina, so much of that is being determined by how Messi is being utilized. I must share his thoughts on how to unlock the creativity of today's most skilled player earlier this year. "I don't like to hear that there are no longer creative players," he said. "I especially don't like to hear that after 800 automated training sessions, it's very likely that there won't be creative players if everything is automatic. I understand positional play, I understand attacking pace, but I believe more that we as coaches have to take responsibility for that supposed or actual lack of creativity. Those defensive blocks can be undone by a creative player. A creative player dribbles. A creative player invents something different when everything is monotone. We have to create within creative environment. Football is about emotion and imagination. It's not chess." Tactically, Scaloni is more traditional when compared to the extreme nature of Sampaoli's Bielsa-inspired 2-3-3-2 approach. Sampaoli had great success with Chile, playing with that meticulous formation, one that focuses on positional play, pressing the opponent and keeping possession. Those tactics backfired for Argentina during the last World Cup though, sparking reports of a player mutiny led by Messi that ultimately resulted in Sampaoli's dismissal. Argentina failed to maximize Messi's skill set under Sampaoli's modern 3-back approach. Messi scored just 1 goal in Russia and was consistently frustrated by opponents' compact defensive setups. Scaloni in turn has settled on a traditional 4-3-2-1 that allows Messi to see more of the ball and play within the flow of the game. The result was a historic Copa America performance where Messi won both the Golden Ball and the Golden Boot, leading the tournament in goals jointly with Colombia's Luis Diaz at 4 each, assists, total goal contribution, through balls, chances created, passes made into the final third, shots and shot on target. But Scaloni's tactics and presence of Messi's childhood idol were not the only reason why Argentina won their first international title since 1993. There were several other factors that helped this team finally overcome Messi's misfortune at the international level. Early in the second half of the 2014 World Cup final, Argentina striker Gonzalo Higuain found himself alone in front of goal. A terrible headed back pass from German midfielder Toni Kroos had set up Higuain with a golden opportunity to put Argentina ahead, with just Manuel Neuer to beat. Higuain opted for power over precision and scuffed his shot wide of goal. Then Messi wasted another chance at the start of the second half. Germany went on to win 1-0 in extra time at the famed Maracana Stadium in Rio de Janeiro. Messi and his supporting cast at that World Cup and through 2 consecutive Copa America finals did so much to get as far as they did. But they just couldn't get over the final hurdle. On the same pitch where he had lost out on the ultimate prize in the football world, sacred ground to Argentina's greatest rival, Messi lifted the Copa America trophy thanks in large part to the men who celebrated alongside him. Nicolas Otamendi anchored a backline that conceded just 3 goals from the group stage through to the final. Much like Samuel in his playing days, Otamendi was a physical force, a throwback central defender who in the final versus Brazil was impossible. Midfielder Rodrigo de Paul was a key figure as well. His workmanlike play, gamersmanship, and ability to possess both deep inside his own territory and around Brazil's penalty area allowed Messi to roam freely. De Paul would have easily taken the finals Man of the Match award had it not been for Angel Di Maria's, one of Messi's longtime friends. Di Maria scored the eventual winner in the 22nd minute from a De Paul assist with an incredible fast touch and a spectacular finish. It was a moment that the PSG winger had waited long for. Di Maria failed to make the team sheet due to an injury and missed the 2014 World Cup final. His luck worsened the following year when an injury forced him off the field during the 2015 Copa America final. A year later, Di Maria missed the 2016 Copa America final through injury as well. But on Saturday night, he was the hero and Messi had predicted his role before kickoff. Messi said that this is thanks to me. I said that it's thanks to him, Di Maria told reporters after the match. He told me that this would be my final, that it would be my revenge for all the finals that I couldn't play in. It had to be today, and it was. After Di Maria's deft finish, Argentina's collective determination to defend and win their 1v1 matchup stymied a tournament. Argentina goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez stood out as a commanding figure who epitomized the attitude and personality of Argentina's current group. The Aston Villa keeper stopped 3 penalties in the semi-final against Colombia with the help of some mind games from the goal line, then withstood a late barrage of shots from Brazil. Martinez is a towering goalkeeper whose intimidating stare and trash talk are forever part of his on-field persona. After replacing River Plate's Franco Armani as Argentina's starter, Martinez became the first Argentine goalkeeper in the history of Copa America to win the Golden Glove Award. It's a massive achievement for the 28-year-old former Arsenal man, and it prompted Messi to dedicate an Instagram post to one of Argentina's budding new star. "Congratulations to you, Beast," Messi wrote. "More than deserved. This is an Argentina team whose unity stands stronger than their collective talent. I really trusted this group, one that has been getting stronger since the last Copa America," said Messi after lifting the trophy. "It's a group of good people that are always motivated to go forward, that have never complained about anything. In Scaloni, Messi has found the ally he has needed to stabilize the team. Scaloni, Aimar and Messi were part of Argentina's 2006 World Cup roster under Pekerman. At the time, Scaloni and Aimar were veteran professionals, while Messi was a 19-year-old with incredible promise. Today, the three share a bond that was evident after the final whistle when Messi and Scaloni met on the field for an emotional and symbolic embrace. I have a relationship with him that's different from a typical player-coach relationship," Scaloni told reporters after the win. "I'm very close with him and to several other players. We hugged. I'm eternally grateful to him and to his teammates. In the end, the work will pay off. You have to want it." How many times did Messi try to walk away because of all the frustrations and everything that happened? He didn't throw in the towel and he finally accomplished it. That should be noted. Messi looked revitalized throughout the competition but was subpar against Brazil. Scaloni revealed post-game that his star had been nursing a hamstring injury suffered against Colombia. His improbable miss in the 88th minute was a sign that his body had finally let him down after a physical tournament in which he was battered to the point of bleeding through his sock during the Colombia match. However, unlike past finals, Messi's teammates were there to finish the job. It was not the strongest Copa America field, and hosts Brazil were poor when it mattered most. But that's football, an unforgivable game that finally granted one of its greatest players a long-awaited international trophy on an unpredictable night in Rio de Janeiro. So that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed my video, make sure to leave a like, and I hope to see you in my next video. But until then, peace.